Now, you said that you look at yourself as a cartoon. Did you have some kind of idol? Did you go, this is how I want to look, and I'm aiming for this look, or?
When I was young, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, and I've told this story before, but it's the honest truth. There was this woman, I grew up, first of all, way back in the mountains, and we only got to go to town every once in a while. But every time we would, there was this woman that was the town trash whore, they called her. But I thought she was beautiful. I didn't know what any of that meant, and I would just see this woman with this yellow hair pile on her head, her bright red lipstick, red nails, high heel shoes. And I thought she was the prettiest thing I'd ever seen. And I used to say to my mama, oh, she's so pretty. Mama said, oh, she's just trash.
Bro, it's like, who does this? Who admits that? You know, it's like, oh yeah, my whole thing, my whole look, is not only, fake. It's not only kind of cartoon, but I got it, from somebody who was like the small Appalachia town whore, according to my mother and the rest of the community. I thought she was beautiful, and I wanted to embody that beauty. Bro, Dolly was her own species of human being. Like the honesty, you know what I'm saying? And the integrity of what she says. I mean, how many people would have kind of gave away this story?
And I thought to myself, that's what I want to be when I grow up, is trash. Because I thought that was a word for how she looked, and I thought that was how I wanted to look.
Right.
So I grew up to look just like her.
See, and what's crazy, what's amazing about this, right, is that this woman, whoever she was, maybe she was the town whore, who knows? But at the end of the day, someone who is in a community who is thought of that way, right? And this is a small town, and everybody kind of sees this woman that way. The person who will go on to make that community the most famous in world history happens to be the one person who saw beauty. Guys, I'm telling you, this is the way that God works. This is how crazy our universe is. G.K. Chesterton believed that, God had all of the enthusiasm of a small child. That God, the angels fly because they take themselves lightly. They don't take themselves seriously. You know what I'm saying? So this woman who's just looked down on by the entire community is, just thought of as beautiful by this small child who will go on to be an embodiment of the beauty that she first saw in the town whore. If you don't see the beauty and the the comedy behind it, that's a phenomenal thing.
Just like her.
That's fire to me. That's fire.
Does she know that? I mean, is she still around?
No, she was older then. I was just little. I'm sure she's not around, but I've never said her name, for the sake of her family. But she might not have been a whore. She just might have been like me. She might have just looked like one. Maybe she thought that was a pretty way to look, because I know most girls, most country girls, that's the way you think you're supposed to look. I mean, as plain as we were, we had nothing.
Right.
And I used to put methylate and mercurochrome on my lips. I used to paint my eyebrows with burnt kitchen matches. I was going to, like how once they're burned, then you lick them. And then they put stuff.
Bro, if you look at like Ellen's face, she's like one of her eyes is kind of almost twitching. He's like, what are you talking about? And she's getting into like the hood ghetto dynamics of, how to actually do this stuff. You know what I'm saying? This almost reminds me, I'm telling you, bro, like the poor in the country and the poor in the city, they're very, very much alike. It's two sides of the same coin. You know what I'm saying? It's like you do what you do to get by, right? And she's giving you tips. You know what I'm saying? If you're out in the country, you don't got makeup.
You have to, and pokeberries in the summer. I used to make a little water dye. It makes like a little, and then you can have a little rouge. And so you'll figure it out if you're inclined.
Yeah, well, you're like a makeup junkie or something. Like you're jonesing for some eyeshadow, and you're just like needing to fix it out of anything.
It's true.
But that's actually a really inexpensive way to put makeup on. What you just said.
It is, but I actually could do it. And my daddy, hated. My grandpa was a Pentecostal preacher, the hellfire brimstone, and he thought I was Jezebel. They thought I was going to hell in a handbasket. They thought I was running around with the boys, and I thought, no, ain't no way I'm sleeping with no boys, because I don't want nobody to mess up my makeup. Or smear my lipstick.
We were just chatting through the commercial. We do have a lot in common. We both sleep in our makeup. And now, is that true? You really do sleep in your makeup?
It's really true. Somebody asked me that once in an article. Well, it's when I go, like in LA, because of the earthquakes and everything. I'm always, and when I'm in New York, you're always staying like in these high building hotels, and I think, you know, I always sleep with a wig on a lamp pole by the bed, and I always have to keep my makeup on, and a pair of high heels, you know, to get down the fire escape.
Bro, it's almost like, did she have managers? And tell me, let me know in the comments below. This is where I need your correspondence, right? Did she have managers or handlers that would like tell her to like dial some of this stuff back? I mean, think about it. She is a, this beautiful, darling country star, and she's talking about putting her wig on the thing at the end of the night and putting her, and sleeping in her makeup and, wanting to look like the town trash, and she's endearing. There's this thing about it where people are like, oh, finally somebody who can tell me everything that I've been suspicious of all this time and be doggedly honest. It's something that you're that a part of you is repulsed by, the part of you that wants to hide behind your own mask, and then a part of you that's very attracted magnetically to it. You know what I'm saying? And she was very much an anomaly.
Sure, yeah.
But it's true. When I'm in the big city, I leave my makeup on.
Everybody else is going to be in pajamas and anything they could find. Well, there's the trash whore. She made it out. All done up. 4 o'clock in the morning. And so far, have you been ever caught in an earthquake?
Yes, I've been in every one you've had out here. That's
Really?
why
Oh,
I
that's
know
why.
what to do, yeah.
Okay.
Because it's scary. That is the worst feeling in the world. You've been in them, right?
I have, and I'm from New Orleans, so the first time it happened, I thought a truck was passing outside, and it was just, I was used to my apartment shaking that I lived in.
Well, being brought up in that holy roller background, I thought it was the end of time.
Uh-huh.
It was doomsday and the hellfire and death.
Bro, I'm telling you, she could have had a stand-up career. She could have had a stand-up career because she's so fast. Like the wit she's far more witty than Ellen is, which is like, there are certain, people. I mean, you get like a Robin Williams sometimes that's on like a late night talk show, and he's just completely outdoing, the host of the show. Well, Dolly is like, she's not even a comic. I know she did music and has done some comedic roles or whatever. But, it's fascinating how much faster she is in all of these interviews than the people actually doing the interviewing.
Yeah. And I just started praying about, all this bad stuff and asking forgiveness at the moment.
Right.
For everything I've done, so I could just
go right back to your old ways right after it.
I'm pretty sure that's what I did.
Yeah.
Oh, that was fire. That was fire. Family, rest in peace to the great Dolly. Listen, watching some of these things, it makes me sad because, we always say rest in peace to the greats. And there's a lot of greats that we've lost, over the last few years. But, I mean, the personality, the honesty, right? It's like we are in desperate need these days of that kind of transparency, of that kind of self-deprecating humor, the willingness to not take yourself super seriously, to not be triggered about the smallest things, and is not looking for opponents and enemies in the world, right? We were just so in desperate need of that. And it's almost like when we're in desperate need of a certain type of personality, they leave us in order to kind of, bring about their legacy in a way. And it's, and of course, and I'm not saying that Dolly Parton's passing was intentional in any way, but now we're just starting to get this ramp up of YouTube videos like this one commemorating her, when her spirit is exactly what we need right now in this country. The West, we've become so full of ourselves. We're like whirlpools. We're very self-involved. We're self-interested and self-reflective. And there's MySpace and Facebook, and it's all about me, me, me. And we forget sometimes to make fun of ourselves and to challenge our assumptions and to remember that, the mask that we wear is something kind of borrowed from the town whore. Fam, salute to the late, great, never forgotten Dolly Parton. Leave a comment, correspond with me down in the comments below. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit the hype button if that option is available. Love you, family. Till next time, please stay balanced.